Yeah, I don't know. This is Rick from Tipping Goat. This is Super Slam Dunk Touchdown development vlog for season mode. This is the new mode that's going to be launching with the Xbox One version of Super Slam Dunk Touchdown still in development. I thought I'd do a video today instead of typing everything out because I had the idea that would be less work. Maybe not. Anyway, let's jump into season mode. If you've been following the blog at all, I was talking about MAGWest, rad gaming convention that I did a few weeks ago, and got some great feedback there. Not just direct verbal feedback from people and a lot of encouraging things, but also noticed where people were getting stuck. And this is a very important thing when you're developing a game, is notice when people are frustrated and stuck. It's not their fault, it's you as a game developer or have screwed up. So the tutorial was built into a mode called Tryouts, which this is now something very similar to. But I'm kind of changing direction here, so you can still have multiple players, but instead of Coach Clip just telling you a bunch of stuff about how to shoot and everything like that, this is just a minigame where you got to hit the targets. So you can't really hit the targets until you learn how to use the soccer player and kick at different heights, and that was what the Tryouts was trying to teach you. There's no animation yet, but yeah, this is still in development, so don't mind the jankiness. But you kind of get the idea that you'll have to hit targets with the ball at different heights, and this is not only going to serve as a tutorial, but also will be an unlockable minigame. Because on my roadmap for Super Slam Dunk Touchdown season mode, I had a few outstanding things, including mini games that I wanted, unlockable content and stuff like that. So this kind of kills two birds with one stone and kind of makes it a wash. So another feature I'm working on is this floor target. This will be another mini game. I don't have that scene set up, so it's just kind of dropped in here. But the idea is to kick the ball and try to, get a bullseye, which requires aiming. All right, so essentially, we can grab a ball here, and what we want to do is try to kick it into this target area, somewhere, hopefully at the bullseye. But if you notice, the target is it's oval-shaped. So check this out. That's a 0.85. So that's very close to the center. But we have to make a calculation to determine what ring we are hitting the sprite, because we're not actually hitting the sprite. We're hitting a 3D target over on the right. It's got a 3D collision area, so you can see that it's not quite right. Those are two equidistant hits from the center, and they're just not quite right. So I'm going to adjust the center point of the sprite in terms of where we're checking the collision. We just have to make an adjustment in the code. So that's really close, and oh, it's 2.2. We went the wrong way. Okay, adjust it back the other way, and now we should have a pretty close to the center value. 0.22! Yes! So that's very, very, very close to zero. So the idea is I want to be able to determine, based on the radius from the center, what circle you're in. So whether you're in the red zone, the gray zone, the blue zone, the outer gray zone, or if you're outside of the target altogether. So that's a 0.3 something looks like. Yeah, pretty close to the bullseye. Now, the target's oval-shaped, so I kind of have to multiply the vertical component, not the vertical, but the z-axis, essentially, by some kind of factor of 2 point something or other to kind of get it similar, so that if you kick on the left side of the blue stripe, for instance, that is going to give you a similar value to if you click on or if you hit on the top of the blue zone. So I can come up with a testing script that will make this a little more scientific and make it a little more accurate. But that's what I've gotten to this week, is just the basic functionality of this target and trying to get the collision points reasonably close and figuring out what challenges are there. So that's in the blue zone. That's like a 1 point something. So it'd be nice if I could say anything between 1.0 and 1 point whatever. That means it's a blue zone and you get whatever, 10 points or something. So this is going to be not just a training mode, but also a mini game. And I think the idea is that each player type will have 2 different mini games to kind of show you what makes them unique, but also is something that's intuitive and fun to play. that's pretty much where we are. Thanks for checking out this video, and you can subscribe or follow us on Twitter at Tipping Goat, or all the social media stuff. You know how it works probably better than I do. Or check out the blog at tippinggoat.com. Until next time, stay sportsy.